Hi, I'm Dustin Saldarriaga, an immigration lawyer with Scott Legal PC, here to continue our video series on the EB-5 visa. As we've discussed in earlier videos, the EB-5 visa gives permanent residence in the United States, also known as a green card, to someone who invests $1,050,000 into a business in the United States. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to bring that investment requirement down from $1,050,000 to $800,000 by locating the EB-5 project in something called a targeted employment area. We'll cover what a targeted employment area is and what you need to keep in mind if you're looking to reduce your investment amount by investing in a targeted employment area. And stay tuned until the end when we'll discuss an additional huge benefit of applying for an EB-5 based on a targeted employment area in addition to the lower investment amount. A benefit that could shave years off of the application process. Before we get started, please take a moment to hit the like and subscribe buttons. By doing so, you'll be first to know about the most up-to-date options to visit, work, or live in the United States. To qualify for an EB-5 green card, you must invest in a U.S. business that then creates at least 10 jobs for U.S. workers after the investment is made. That investment must be $1,050,000 unless you invest in a targeted employment area, or a TEA, in which case you're only required to invest $800,000. That's a discount of 24%, or $250,000, so it's not surprising that many people want to know what a TEA is, and it's not surprising that most regional center projects are located in TEAs. A TEA is an area that, at the time the EB-5 investment is made, is either rural or an area experiencing high unemployment. The idea behind the TEA is that it focuses foreign investment into areas that especially need it, areas where jobs are scarce. But what counts as a rural area, or an area experiencing high unemployment? The term rural area is defined in the Immigration and Nationality Act, or the INA, as an area that's not either a metropolitan statistical area, which is a designation made by the Office of Management and Budget, or an area that's inside a city or town with 20,000 or more people. The definition of a high unemployment area changed on March 15th, 2022 as a result of the passage of the EB-5 Reform and Integrity Act. For applications filed before March 15, 2022, a high unemployment area was defined as an area with unemployment of at least 150% of the national unemployment average. Before March 15, 2022, a state government could decide which areas within the state qualify as areas of high unemployment. States can no longer do so as of March 15, 2022. For applications filed after that date, it's up to the Secretary of Homeland Security to designate areas of high unemployment. It's not always easy to know whether the investment was made in a TEA. Sometimes the EB-5 enterprise is active in multiple areas, and not all of them are TEAs. When this is the case, the government looks at the area where the enterprise principally does business. This means the area where it regularly, systematically, and continuously provides goods or services that support job creation. To make this determination, the government will look at a few things, including where the enterprise creates jobs, where it spends money related to the creation of jobs, where its day-to-day operations are located, and where assets are located that the enterprise uses to create jobs. Issues can also come up if an area that was a TEA in the past loses that designation. Sometimes, for example, unemployment rates decline, or the population increases. In general, the EB-5 investment needs to be made at a time when the area is designated as a TEA. If the investment was made after the I-526 petition was filed, the geographic area must be designated as a TEA at the time the I-526 petition is filed. In general, the area does not need to maintain designation as a TEA after the investment is made and the I-526 petition is filed. For example, you do not need to show that the area is a TEA when you file the Form I-829 petition to remove conditions on the green card. So, what do you need to include with the EB-5 application to prove that the investment was made in a TEA? If the TEA is based on the area being rural, the application should include documents that prove that the location is not inside of a metropolitan statistical area, again, a determination made by the Office of Management and Budget. The application should also include documents showing that the location of the investment is not in a city or a town that has 20,000 people or more, according to the most recent census. If the TEA is based on the location of the investment being in an area of high unemployment and the application was filed before March 15th, 2022, the application should include either unemployment data for the county or the metropolitan statistical area where the investment was made, or a letter from the state government that says that the area is a high unemployment area. Remember that for applications filed on or after March 15th, 2022, only the Secretary of Homeland Security can designate areas of high unemployment, not the state. EB-5 applicants who apply on or after March 15th, 2022 can also show that the investment was made in an area of high unemployment by including in the application a description of the census tract where the investment was made, along with its unemployment statistics. The area can include contiguous census tracts, which means census tracts that share a border with the census tract where the investment was made, as well as census tracts that are next to them. The average unemployment rate for all of these census tracts must be at least 150% of the national average. USCIS will make a case-by-case decision as to whether the area is an area of high unemployment. All right, that just about covers the TEA, what it is, and what its requirements are. So, what about that second big advantage that I mentioned at the start of the video? The lower required investment amount is a big benefit of investing in an EB-5 project that's located in a TEA. But there's another big benefit of investing in a TEA, and that is that the government reserves EB-5 visas for projects that are in TEAs. Specifically, 20% of the EB-5 visas made available each year are reserved for projects in rural areas, and 10% are reserved for projects in high unemployment areas. This can make a big difference for EB-5 applicants, especially those who were born in India or China. Here's why. The Visa Bulletin is the document released by the US government each month that describes the availability of immigrant visas and green cards. According to the most recent Visa Bulletin, released in October 2023, someone born in China who applied for an EB-5 green card would need to have filed their I-526 application on or before January 1st, 2017 in order to be eligible to file their I-485 application to adjust status in October 2023. That means this person would need to wait almost 7 years before being able to file their green card application. Being able to file the green card application is a big deal if the applicant is physically inside the United States. Among other things, it lets the applicant stay in the United States and apply for both work authorization and a travel permit. Now, that January 1st, 2017 date would apply if the Chinese national did not invest in an EB-5 project located in a targeted employment area. If they had invested in a project in a TEA, they would be immediately eligible to file the I-485. This is because the regular EB-5 category is backlogged. More people have applied under the regular EB-5 category, that's the category for projects that are not located in TEAs, than there are EB-5 visas available. But the government reserves EB-5 visas for projects in TEAs, and this category, as a result, is not backlogged. That allows you to potentially avoid a very, very long wait. We hope this video about the EB-5 visa was helpful. If it was, please click the like and subscribe buttons to stay updated on future videos about visa options and travel to the US. Thank you for watching.